Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with the next chapter, chapter number 3, rational numbers. Now, what are rational numbers? A rational number is defined as a number that can be expressed in the form of p by q. Now, this p by q means in the term of fractions. For example, if I am writing here 1 upon 5. 1 upon 5 is a fraction, so that means this is a rational number, right? Where q is not equals to 0. Now, this denominator should not be equals to 0. Why? If I'm going to write like this 5 upon 0, then it will give me infinity. That means it will give me not defined. We have done this earlier also, that if I'm going to write anything 0 upon 5, write 0 upon any number, that will give me 0. But if I'm going to write 5 upon 0, in the denominator if I'm going to put 0, it will be not defined. That means infinity, right? So that means this will not give me a rational number. That's what they are saying in this is a rational number is defined as the number that can be expressed in the form of a fraction p upon q, where the denominator should not be equals to 0. It can be any number, it can be 1, it can be 2, but it should not be 0. Now these are the examples of the rational numbers. 5 upon 7, this is the fraction, so yes, it is a rational number. 4 upon 5, yes. Minus 3 upon 7, yes. It is a negative number, right? So this is negative rational number. It can be done. Now 0 is also a rational number. Why 0 is a rational number? Because in the denominator of 0 we can write 1. If nothing is written in the numbers in the denominator, then that will be a rational number. For example, this is 6. So since nothing is there in the denominator, I can write 1. Now this has become a fraction. So that means 6, 0, all these are the rational numbers. Now we are going to talk about the positive and the negative rational numbers. Now what are the positive rational numbers? Basically for this, you should know the concept of integers. You all know that what is plus plus plus. What is plus minus? Minus. Minus plus minus. And minus minus plus. So basically in this it means that if two signs are same, then the sign will be of plus, and if two signs are different, then it will give me minus. Now see how I'm going to identify whether my rational numbers are positive or negative. If I'm going to write 5 upon 6, this is a rational number. Since no sign is there in front of 5 and no sign is there in front of 6, so that means these both are positive, and positive means positive. So this is my positive rational number, right? Now I'm going to write minus 5 upon minus 6. Now in these two, minus minus is there, and what is minus minus? Plus. So that means this is a positive rational number. When both the signs are of minus in numerator and denominator, then that means it will be of plus. If both the signs in the numerator and in the denominator are of plus, then it will be plus. But if even a single numerator or the denominator is with the sign of minus, for example, I am writing here minus 5 upon 6. Now this is minus, and since no sign is there here, that means the sign is of plus. And what is plus minus? Minus. So that means this is a negative rational number. The next comes, for example, I am writing 5 upon minus 6. Again plus minus minus. So this is a negative rational number. In particularly, if I'm going to talk about this, even if in the denominator it is written minus, it will be counted as minus 5 upon 6 only. We can write it like this also, even if in the denominator minus sign is there. Okay, it does not make any difference. Only the main concern that you have to see is that there should be only single minus sign. Okay, now let's move to this. What is written here? Negative if the denominator is positive, numerator is negative. All this I have summarized here, right? This is just the written part, how it is written, that's what is written there. When negative is going to be counted when the denominator is positive. Now look here in this, when the denominator is positive and numerator is negative, then that is going to be a negative one. Similarly, if here numerator is positive and the denominator is negative, that means it will be a negative. So that's how we are going to write the negative. Next is the example number 1. Consider the rational numbers and you have to tell whether they are positive or negative rational numbers. Now 1 upon 2, both the signs are plus, so that means this is positive. No sign is there, the sign is of positive. Up also, down also, so this is positive rational number. 5 upon 7 also is a positive rational number. You just have to identify. Now minus 2 upon 3, only minus sign is there one time, right? So that means it is negative. Next is negative sign. Again one time minus sign is there, so that means it is negative. Again one time minus sign is there, that means it is a negative rational number. So all these are the negative rational numbers. Now This example 3 is, you just firstly, if you are going to see the question, you will identify that these all are the negative rational numbers, but in written, how you are going to tell them that these are the negative rational numbers? This is how it is represented. While writing, we are going to express it like this, but if we are going to see it, then how it will be negative. How? Because the numerator is plus and the denominator is negative. What is plus minus? Minus, so that means it is negative. Basically, if there is only one time negative sign, that means it is going to be a negative rational number. Denominator is negative, denominator is negative, right? So this will be a negative rational number. Now how you are going to express this, that these all are the negative rational numbers? See, my question is 20 upon minus 6. What we are going to do is, instead of minus sign putting in the denominator, I am going to place this minus in the numerator. And how I am going to place this? 20 upon minus 6, I am going to multiply and divide with the minus 1, right? I am going to multiply with the same number, so that instead of my denominator, I can put my numerator as the negative. So what it will become? Minus, this is plus. What is plus minus? Minus. And what is 20 ones are 20, and what is minus minus? Plus. So what I'm going to write here, minus minus is plus, and 6 ones are 6. Now just look here, what we have done here, instead of negative sign in the denominator, we have converted the negative sign in the numerator just by multiplying and dividing by minus 1. Similarly, next we are having 5 upon minus 8. Now minus sign is in the denominator, but I want to shift this minus sign in the numerator. So what I'm going to do here is, I am going to multiply and divide by minus 1, right, in both. So 5, what is plus minus? Minus, 5 ones are 5, minus minus plus, 8 ones are 8, right? So this minus sign which was in the denominator, now it has come to numerator. So this has become negative rational number. Similarly, the next one was 7 upon minus 10. Again 7 upon minus 10, I am going to multiply and divide by minus 1. Plus minus minus, and 7 ones are 7. Minus minus plus, 10 ones are 10. So now all these, this and this, all these three have become negative rational numbers, right? So that means all these given numbers are the negative rational numbers. Now next, in this, what you are going to do, again, since in the denominator minus sign is there, we can see that this is minus and minus. What is minus minus? Plus. So that means this is a positive rational number. Minus minus plus, that means this is a positive rational number. Minus minus plus, again positive. But this we have done it manually. Now how we are going to see, how we are going to express this in written? Just see here. Since minus minus is plus, now look, minus 2 upon minus 9 is there. What I have done is, I have multiplied and divided by minus 1. Minus minus plus, so 2 ones are 2. Again minus minus plus, 9 ones are 9. Similarly here also, minus 7 upon minus 15 is there. So what you're going to do is multiply by minus 1 and divide by minus 1. Minus minus plus, 7 ones are 7. Minus minus plus, 15 ones are 15. Again minus minus plus, 3 ones are 3. Minus minus plus, 16 ones are 16. So now all these, now you can see that since no sign is there, the sign is of positive. All are now positive rational numbers. In general, if I'm going to talk about how I'm going to find the positive or the negative rational numbers, just see the signs. If both numerator and denominators are positive, then it will be positive rational numbers. If both numerator and denominator, they both are having the negative sign, that means it will be positive rational numbers. Now if even a single one, like for example numerator is with the negative, denominator is with the negative sign, that means it is going to be negative rational numbers. So this was a generalization of this positive and negative rational numbers. Now the next topic is representation of the rational numbers on the number line. Now how you are going to represent the rational numbers, positive rational numbers or negative rational numbers on the number line? Just see, for example, I am having minus 1 upon 2. Minus 1 upon 2 I am having. What I am going to do here is, I am going to draw a number line. On this number line, on the center I am going to place 0. Since this is a proper fraction, because numerator is less than the denominator, so that means this is a proper fraction, and this is in the negative, so that means I am going to talk to the left side of 0. Negative sign means to the left of 0. If this is a positive sign, that means I am going to talk about the right side of 0, but here it is of negative sign, so I am going to take 0 and 1 between these two. Now what I am going to do is, just look at the denominator. What is the denominator? 2. So what I'm going to do is I am going to break this section between 0 and 1 into two parts, 1 and 2. Why? Because my denominator was 2. Now what is there? 1 is in the numerator, so what I'm going to do? 0, 1, and here I'm going to do minus 1 upon 2. So that's how I'm going to represent minus 1 upon 2 in the number line. Just see example number 6. Example 6, I am having 5 upon 3. Now in this 5 upon 3, this is improper fraction, so I am going to firstly convert this into mixed fraction. 5 upon 3 is given to me, 3 ones are 3, then it will come 2. So what is this mixed fraction? 1 2 upon 3. This whole number I will write as it is. 2 is the remainder, so I am going to write in the numerator, and 3 I am going to write down. Now what I am going to do is, now I am going to represent this 1 2 upon 3 on the number line. First of all 0, then 1, and then 2. Why I am taking 1 and 2? Because I am having this 1, and I know that whatever fraction is here, that will come between 1 and 2. Okay, so after 1 it will come, and it will be between 1 and 2. So that's why I have taken between 1 and 2. This 1 is there. Now after this 1, let us place 2 upon 3 on this number line. How I am going to place? First of all, see the denominator. What is the denominator? 3. 3 is the denominator. So what I am going to do is I am going to break this part into 3 sections. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 sections are there. Now this is what? 2 upon 3. So 1 and 2. So this is 2 upon 3. This is 2 upon 3, and after 1 it is there, so that means this point is 1 2 upon 3, and this 1 2 upon 3 means 5 upon 3. That's how you're going to represent 5 upon 3 on the number line, right? You will be able to understand more of these questions when we are going to do these in the exercise. Okay, let's move to the next topic, and that next topic is absolute value. Now the absolute value means it is the distance of a number from 0 on the number line. Now this is the number, right? This is a number line. This is the middle one is the 0, and this is plus 3 upon 4, and this is minus 3 upon 4. Now absolute value means if this is plus 3 upon 4, and if I have to find the distance between these two numbers, right? This is 3 by 4 and this is 0, and if I have to find the distance of 3 by 4 from 0, it is 3 upon 4. Here also, if I have to find the distance of 3 upon 4 from 0, it will be 3 upon 4. The only difference is of the negative sign. Negative sign indicates that I am talking about the left hand side. Okay, so basically it means that the distance in both the sides, if I am going to calculate of any number from 0, it is going to be same. If I am going to talk about 0 and 3 upon 4, it will be same. I am going to talk about 0 and 3 by 4, it will be same. Only difference is of the sign. Now how I am going to write it? How I am going to find out the absolute value? Absolute value is basically denoted by these two bars. If any negative number comes inside this bar, it will come out as a positive number, right? For example, I am taking minus 3 upon 4. I have to find the absolute value of this. What I am going to do is, absolute value means this number I have brought inside these bars. This 3 upon 4 will come out as a positive number. It was negative, and when it came out, it became positive, right? If a number is already positive, then it will be positive. No change will be there. Find that these are the absolute values. Now example 7. Let us do example 7. Write the absolute value of minus 15 upon 4. Now we have to find the absolute value of minus 15 upon 4. Absolute value means to bring it inside the bar, and if it will come out of the bar, what it will be? 15 upon 4. Minus sign is there, it will change to plus. See the B part, 26 upon 7. 26 upon 7 is there inside the bar. If I am going to place 26 upon 7 will be as it is. No sign is there, means the sign is of plus. It will be plus only. No change will come. Okay. C part, minus 4 upon 16. Minus 4 upon 16 inside the bar. 4 upon 16 will be as it is, and negative sign will change to the positive sign. Okay.